The Marine Toys for Tots foster care program is bringing hope to children who need it most. Every 2 minutes, a child enters foster care, often with only a small bag of belongings. More than 400,000 children face trauma and uncertainty, many before age 8. This May, during Foster Care Awareness Month, Toys for Tots is creating Room for Joy. In 2025, nearly 375,000 children received comfort through toys, books, and essentials, reminding them they are not alone. Donate now and change a child's life.
Faraday presenta Ojos con Alergia y Picazón contra el jardinero. Y el ganador es Faraday Extra Fuerte. Para aliviar la picazón de los ojos por alergia, actúa más rápido y supera a Claritin y Flonase aún a las 24 horas. Faraday, adelante.
Police responded to a 911 call.
Dramatic video of gun insanity in the Bronx.
Police releasing a new video of a person that they are still trying to track down.
Defund the police is not the answer.
Many people surveyed said they just don't feel safe in the city.
It's a shooting outside of a store.
This is Bo Dietl's One Tough Podcast.
Police this morning are searching for the person who turned this Harlem platform to a crime scene.
A Red Apple Media Podcast Network production. Now, here's Bo Dietl.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Bo Dietl's One Tough Podcast. Hey, before we get into this, let me tell you something. We got something new for you. A lot of people have been asking questions. They want some questions to me, want me to answer some questions about different things and what's going on. You know what? I put together an email, and you know what the email is? AskBo, ASKBO, at investigations.com. Ask Bo at investigations.com. Whatever's on your mind. I'm a little rough around the edges, but you can ask me anything, and I will answer it. I'm not going to hold back. Okay. Today, New York City. Let's talk about one of the big issues that happened. There's a judge, congratulations, Your Honor, Alous. His name was Michael Alous, and hands down, he handed 115 years to the scumbag that killed police officer Dilla. And he gave him 115 years for that. The only problem with these things are when you get 25 to life, that's bullshit. And Rivera was not convicted of murder. It was manslaughter. It was totally murder. Preconceived when he brings the loaded gun. He tried to shoot the other officer. It's a great victory so far, but the problem is let's look at this thing. We have something where we talk, when you talk about 25 years to life, here's the reality of the sentences. Cop killers, they used to get 25 to life. Most of those cop killers are out. 16 cop killers were released after serving 25 to life. Yeah, but they were out after 28, 35 years. Herman Bell, this little piece of garbage, he assassinated Joseph Piagentini and Waverly Jones. He received 25 to life, and he was granted parole after about 42 years. There are many other cop killers got this 25 to life. Now, all of a sudden, what it's all about. And you know what the real problem is? The real problem is the parole board upstate. Very, very liberal. And even under our friend Andrew Cuomo. I'd love to do a show sometime and ask Andrew Cuomo, why in the hell would you allow these cop killers to be released? These families of these cops have to bear Christmas, graduations, weddings without their loved one, and you let them out. I don't forgive you for that, Andrew. And I'm telling you what, I'll do your show anytime. And the parole board, you know what? God bless Judge Michael Alous, Aloise. God bless you, Judge, but you did what you had to do. Now let's see how long this scumbag stays in jail. All right. Now we're going to my favorite subject. The smiley face piece of garbage, immature moron that couldn't run a lemonade stand. Yep, my mayor of New York City, Mamdani. All right, all of a sudden the budget, the talk stalled. There's not a budget passed. Yeah, because Mamdani's pushing New York's poor $5.4 billion. There is a hole in there, and that's the agenda right now. Kathy Snaggletooth Hochul, our governor, already gave the city $1.5 billion with a bailout. Wasn't enough. Now Mamdani's pushing for the pied-à-terre tax on second homes worth over $5 million. Yeah, Mamdani, just let's chase the rest of the people with money that are paying their damn taxes, supplying employees. Let's push them all out of the city. Okay, he used Ken Griffin. Ken Griffin's a great American. His $238 million penthouse as in a tax video. How like I go before your house? Well, now you live in Gracie Mansion, but before you lived in Queens, allegedly, or was it Uganda? Where? Oh, I'll go over your house in Uganda, your multi-million-dollar house, and I'll let people see where you live. How dare you do this to a guy like this? You know, Ken Griffin's a great American. Pays a lot of taxes. He's a very charitable guy. He was involved, matter of fact, with the New York City Police Department, with people who died on the job. He loves cops. He's a great supporter of the police department. You're not, Mamdani. Now, all of a sudden, our business leaders, this guy, Stephen Falloop, at the Partnership for New York City, and Jim Whalen at the REBA, that's the Real Estate Board of New York, they warned Mamdani his tax push could drive out more investors, kill jobs, and hurt long-term tax revenue. Not to say the bonds. The New York City bonds used to be one of the safest things. I wouldn't put $6 in a New York City bond. With this guy heading up the city, this guy's on the Titanic. Where is going to be the iceberg, Mamdani? All right, now, on top of it, after he makes this statement, this video in front of Griffin's house, and he's the head of Citadel, and then all of a sudden, he said he has no regrets about publicly targeting Ken Griffin. You little punk. Yeah, that's right. You're a little punk. And the next time I see you, with all your security, all the cops around you, I'll tell you right to your face again, you better not show up where I'm around, because I'll go right over to you. I'm not going to smack you. I'm just going to tell you to your face what you are, an empty suit punk. All right. He says he feels as though people that make money got to share it. Oh, really, Mr. Mamdani? How about hardworking success? You're a pretty boy that had a silver spoon in your mouth. You're a lucky sperm because your parents had money. Now, all of a sudden, you want to go against people with money. Okay. You know what? Ken Griffin now is going to build a big building. 6,000 jobs, $6 billion. You know, and maybe 15,000 permanent jobs. You know what you're going to do? I hope Ken Griffin backs out of it. And you know whose fault it's going to be? You, Mamdani, just like your girlfriend there, AOC. Yeah, AOC. I have a good letter for the first word, A. Yeah, when she lost $25 billion when we had that big corporation that was going to be coming over to Queens, and she lost that whole deal. Now you want to just wipe out the rest of the city. All of a sudden, Citadel's COO, Gerald Gleason, called the mayor's comments against Griffin shameful and accused him of attacking people who are trying to build our city. He warned, you know what? That $6 billion redevelopment, it maybe ain't going to happen. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope you lose it. I hope everybody moves out of New York City and you're left with nothing, Mamdani. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, they have this disputed Brooklyn eviction with this Letitia James. Hey, Letitia, why don't you straighten out your problems with your lied on your documentation about your house in another state? Now, all of a sudden, you're over there demonstrating with this piece of garbage, this councilman, Chai Osi. He was arrested. You don't go up and push police officers, Chai Osi. You're making up a story about the deed theft and all this. There is no reason in the world you're supposed to be a city council person and you push a police officer. Lock his ass up. That's all I say. You don't touch police officers, and you should know. All of a sudden, you, James, Attorney General, you undercut your own office. And it turned out, this whole thing in Brooklyn turned out to be just a political stunt so this OC can get his ugly face on TV again on some nonsense. Okay. Now, Landlords in New York, we got a problem with this. He wants the rent freeze now, Mamdani. Okay, landlords are saying buildings are being dumped at discounts as steep as 90%. They're selling buildings up to 90%. They warn rising costs and unpaid rents are pushing thousands of people to the brink. Mayor Mamdani is pushing for a rent freeze on nearly 1 million people. These are stabilized apartments. Landlords say 5,000 buildings are now near financial collapse. We're going to lose that. Here we go, Mamdani. The city's well going in the direction that you want it to go. You want to take down the greatest city, and we're watching it happen before our eyes. Owners warn a rent freeze will stop, and there'll be defaults. There'll be distress sales, and buildings services will decline. All right. Now, part of Mamdani's agenda, this green agenda, he's pushing with this climate crap again. You know, we got all the oil in the world in the United States, all the gas in the world, but he's starting this bullshit with this EV chargers and energy efficient windows. And I guess he'll go at the stoves. I like to cook with gas, fool. You don't know how to cook. You don't know what they cook. Maybe you'll cook a camel in Uganda. But I like to cook with gas. I don't want electric, okay? So leave me alone. Leave my gas alone. I'm ready to throw up because I think about this guy. He passes all these things. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. Okay, now, the problem with the people are the services. Broken windows, lead paint where kids are eating and being poisoned, poor ventilation, and poor security. These are the things you should be dealing with, Mamdani, instead of all the nonsense with this green. This green thing has been shown for the farce that it is with these big windmills and all these solar panels. And you know what? It's all bull crap. We still have fossil fuels. This thing, you can't flick a switch and change our energy policy overnight. This could be changed over 30 years the right way. Don't listen to morons against the EPA. You're listening to Bo Dietl's One Tough Podcast. Please stay tuned with this message, and we'll be right back. Thank you. Okay, now.
Oh, it's out of here. Home run Ferry Hawks. Get ready, Staten Island. It's time to celebrate 5 years of Ferry Hawks baseball. Come out to the ballpark this week as the Ferry Hawks welcome in the Charleston Dirty Birds May 5th through the 10th. Grab the kids and come on out. We kick it off on Tuesday, May 5th with Cinco de Baseball with $5 tickets and $5 food and beverage specials. And we end the week as we celebrate all moms on Mother's Day. Moms get in free. Visit ferryhawks.com now to lock in your seats.
Hey, sweetie, your mother showed me this Carvana thing for selling the car. I'm going to give it a try. Wish me luck. Me again. I put in the license plate. It gave me an offer. Unbelievable. Okay, I accepted the offer. They're picking it up Tuesday from the driveway. I haven't even left my chair. It's done. The car's gone. I'm holding a check. Anyway, Carvana, give it a whirl. Love ya.
So good, you'll want to leave a voicemail about it. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
I wrote a little song to remind you, Choice Hotels get you more of the experiences you value. The Cambria Hotel's got it all. A rooftop bar, have a ball. Cocktails up here feel just right. Is Cambria amazing? All right. Bring a date, your team, or even your mom. Book direct at choicehotels.com. See you on the roof.
Lindsey Barlin, that's his Zohan's his hand-picked city council candidate. She's getting all this politics is moving into a lifestyle. But there's only one problem. This woman, Boylan, is running as a Democratic socialist while living between a $6 million Westchester home and a $3.7 million Chelsea combo. Oh, she's a Democratic Social Mayor? You don't sound like too much of a socialist with all that money. She's a former Como aide and who became one of the most prominent political activists. Boylan joined the Democratic Socialists of America last year, and now she has the fool Mamdani backing her. Right away, when he backs something, you know that something's wrong. Her husband, Leroy Kim, he's a top investment banker at Allen & Company, the firm behind Sun Valley's billionaire conference. Oh, yeah? You're a socialist? You're not a socialist! You're a capitalist. All I can say is, don't vote for her. All right. King Charles is coming to New York today. I think he's somewhere today. I like King Charles. I like England. But I tell you right now, the balls on this mayor, the balls on you, Mamdani, to go down to the most sacred place, the most sacred place to me in America, where the planes hit our towers and 3,000 Americans died. And you have the balls to go down there. You have the balls to meet King Charles down there. You and your people around you, your closest friends that said America deserved 9/11. You little smiley punk. Stay out of the 9/11. That's sacred ground, you little punk. Stay out. All right. Now, all of a sudden, now let's talk about the Department of Education. Chancellor, another jerk off. Chancellor Kamar Samuels pulled the plug on New York City's proposed AI high school. The main issue was as follows. It wasn't merit-based policy. They're screaming, saying the school had 1,000 applicants for just 100 seats. The supporters say the applicant pool was going to be highly diversified. So it means no matter how smart you are, you don't have to be that smart. You just got to have diversity. Everything's diversity. How about letting the smartest person get in there? Like what it was when we grew up. Kids with the good brains went to Brooklyn Tech. I couldn't go because I wasn't that smart. But that's the criteria. Now it's all about we have to have more diversity. That's one of the another jerk-off things here. Now, there was only one thing that we all have to feel about. Mamdani's socialist agenda. It's going to break New York State and New York City's agenda. There's only one guy, Bruce Blakeman from Nassau County. Bruce Blakeman, he has to take over New York State, get rid of Snaggletooth Hochul. Because if we don't get rid of her, we still got to deal with this schmuck Mamdani. But at least if Blakeman gets in, he could pull the reins on Mamdani. That is our only, if you could see the future, if you could see a clearing, the only clearing will be if Blakeman gets elected as governor of New York State. You know what? We know about the defunding of our bonds. We know about all I remember the 1970s fiscal crisis under Hugh Carey, and it was something where all the people were going downhill. New York City was going downhill. We were in a tailspin, and we're back in that tailspin right now. New York's state budget is late now. They can't put it together because they can't find the money. They want more for the period. I believe the budget now is for the state is up there $280 billion. It's almost doubled in the last 15 years. The city budget, I know, is up to about $128 billion. It's gone up from $70 or $60 billion in the last 10 years. This is what's going on. More and more. Are you getting better services? No. Are you getting better policemen? No. Are you getting more cleaner streets? No. Are you getting rid of the mentally ill on the street? No. Are you getting rid of the real crime on the streets? You can show me all the statistics in the world. You got to ask people, are you fearful? And everybody I talk, the fear's walking. People don't want to go out at night. All right. And then also, with our schools, math and reading proficiency remain below pre-COVID levels. Absenteeism, how about 30%? Kids didn't even go to school. 1 in every 3 students are not attending schools. And we're paying the same price. We're paying $40-something thousand per student, and we have no students. And we just keep billing. And we let the go on and bill. You know, the Department of Education spent billions. There's another. Here, you want to find your money, Mayor Mamdani? They spent billions, more than $5 billion, renting buildings from private landlords since 2010. In 2024 alone, the Department of Education paid $235 million in rent across 133 leases. They say taxpayers spent billions on landlord wealth, build no equity. One Bronx school, listen to this one. One Bronx school had a market value of 0. Yet, the Department of Education still paid more than $52 million to lease it. Hey, Mamdani, if you start to look at all the waste that you have in the city, there's your money, you fool. But you can't even think about finding it because you have no real business brain power. Here, a school in the Queens worth about $10 million in 2006 is now set to cost taxpayers $96 million in rent, and nobody's in the place. The Department of Education is burning billions and billions of dollars. That's where your money is, Mamdani. Why don't you listen to it? You should listen to my podcast. I'll give you some information. Okay, after my friend Mayor Eric Adams, the criminal. Yes, you are a criminal, and you know what Pearson and you know what Banks did, and you know what was going on. $7 billion no-bid contracts for emergency funding for the migrants that you welcomed here. And all of a sudden, you get off the hook with my president's graciousness to give you a pardon. You know what? There's still stuff going on, and there's a lot of money there, and I want to know who the hell got that money. Because if I took money and if I worked for anything there for security, I would be indicted. I didn't do it. You then left this city. Now you became an Albanian citizen? Why? I don't think they have an extradition. Is that why you went? Is that why you became an Albanian citizen, Mr. Mayor? Eric, you're a disgrace, and I will tell you your face. You know what? I gave you one of these flags, diamond, ruby, sapphire, white, gold, and you took it from me. I want it back, okay? All right, now, very important issue of what happened Saturday night. You know, this gunman came into the White House Correspondents Dinner, and the president was there, vice president, all the cabinet people. Let's start from the beginning. I don't even want to mention this little scumbag's name, but you had a ballroom there. I think the occupancy was 1,600. You had 2,400 people. Just alone. The fire. If there was a fire, people would have died. When those Secret Service people were running in there, they had to run across tables. There was no aisles of exit there at all. And then all of a sudden, he called this punk called himself the friendly federal assassin, this little garbage. He says his targets were the Trump administration's officials, from the highest to the lowest. And the only one he left out was Kash Patel. I don't know why. He called President Trump all different names, pedophile, traitor, everything. He had a manifesto all about this. And I'm going to tell you something. What happened was he actually said, this guy here, we can use this scumbag's name. His name was Cole Allen. Educated, half black, half white, educated man. His whole life ahead of me. He went to a fine school. He actually wrote in his manifesto, he mocked how easy it was to travel with the rifle and the guns across the United States. And he also said, he expected heavy surveillance and security, but found nothing. He's actually telling you here. He claimed there was no real scrutiny in the transit, at the hotel, or once inside the event. He said security was focused outside on protesters and arrivals, not on someone who already made their way in already. Allen claimed he entered with multiple weapons and said no one had treated him like a threat at all. His manifesto is now raising major questions about security failures. Okay, so now all of a sudden we're talking about what causes a man like this to lose his friggin' brains. You know, it's all, you could turn on CNN, MSNBC, every day what they're doing with the Trump syndrome, how they talk about him, how they're talking about how they want to get rid of him. And this man has been attacked 3 times now. His life is there. His life is in jeopardy, and people feed off of these other idiots on these other news organizations. Thank you for tuning in this week. Remember, don't forget, if you got a question and you want me to answer on anything, security, anything about the country, about international, just go to my website, Ask Bo, ASKBO, at investigations.com. Ask Bo at investigations.com. Until next week, please tune in. Tell your friends about, if you want the truth, tune in to Bo Dietl's One Tough Podcast. Thank you.
Roger Stone here. Every day you wait, your money loses value, but gold and silver don't follow those same rules. American Sovereign Bullion gives you access to a nationwide wholesaler network, helping you secure aggressive pricing on real physical metals. Call 844-272-2428 now to get your free gold and silver guide to learn how to protect your wealth with physical gold and silver, delivered right to your door or with a gold IRA. Visit ASBgold.com. That's ASBgold.com for your free gold and silver guide today.